Namaste, everyone. How's it going? Long time no see. I'm back again with my pajama yoga session. Thank you so much, Guillermo, for my uh, for my introduction. You said some very big words. I'm just starting out. This is our first annual Authentic Yoga for All session. So in the future, we hope to continue with these sessions going forward. And thank you all again for being here, for your continued support. And it's been great having a very interactive audience like you. I've gotten some really nice comments. So far, so good. So without further ado, I would just like to share a little bit about what I do and why I got into yoga as well. So yoga for me, as you all know, I've shared this, it's a way of life and it's way more than asanas. And in this session, we'll be talking a bit more about the other 99%, right? So we'll be starting out with some warm-ups that are very often ignored in yoga classes. If you go to a studio, it's so important to warm up your body. And especially if you're using your PJs, it's way more comfortable. That's why I called it Pajama Yoga, because it's something fun, it's different. You don't need a lot of big investments in yoga pants that have become all the rage, different colors, different styles, and so on. That's really not what yoga is about. In fact, it kind of goes against the principles of yoga, which means you have to be comfortable in your postures. I don't know about you. For me, I used to wear skinny jeans. I used to wear tights, leggings, nylons, whatever you have it, lycra. And to me, it felt like the most uncomfortable thing ever because my skin couldn't breathe. I was constantly itching because maybe I wasn't used to it. Maybe I'm different. Maybe it works great for you. That's great. I'll tell you my story why I don't use those pants anymore, because scientifically they're not good for you. You can get a lot of infections, especially if you're a woman. If you're a man, now skinny jeans are becoming very popular. Uh, and even for men, a lot of studies have shown that they have had bladder issues, all kinds of male genital issues. So that being said, PJs for me are the most comfortable way to practice yoga. I can really move freely. They feel light, they feel comfortable, even better if they're made of natural fabric. So that's a little bit about why yoga in pajamas. The second thing, so after warm-ups, we will be talking about, we will be doing asanas. We won't be talking much in this session. I'll just be guiding you. So a very short asana practice. So this is a little preview of what a yoga session with me looks like. Then we'll be doing an auto massage. We'll be massaging ourselves. We'll be doing respiratory techniques called pranayama. I'll just share one because of time constraints. And then we'll be ending with a nice relaxing meditation, which to me is the basis of a good yoga practice. It's not different from yoga. Meditation is probably one of the most important components of yoga. So that being said, without further ado, we're going to start with some gentle warm-ups to get the body oiled and going. We've been sitting down for quite a while for those who've been since the very beginning of this event. So we're going to start by first minding our posture. That's super important. We slouch on our office chairs or just in general. We're going to keep our spine up and erect, yet flexible as much as possible. We're going to keep our shoulders relaxed, right? Drop them if they're up. We're going to sit in a cross-legged position if you're on the floor on your yoga mat. If you're on a chair, most of the asanas most of the practices we're going to be doing can be done on chair. And we're going to close our eyes, put your hands up on your knees, feel comfortable, and take a deep inhalation. Exhale. Take one more inhalation. Exhale. And for the last time, inhale. Exhale. Slowly open your eyes. And now we're going to be doing some face exercises. This is called Sukshma Vyayam or warm-ups in yoga. And they're like an oiling for the body. So raise your eyebrows and look up all the way as much as you can. And now slowly bring them down and look at the tip of your nose or whatever is the lowest for you. Now bring the eyes to the left corner, to the right, and now we're gonna take them diagonally up to the left corner. Slowly bring them down to the right corner, diagonally. And now take them up to the right corner diagonally. And bring them down to the left corner. And now we're going to do full rotations. You can use your thumb to do a nice and big gentle circle with your eyes. Feel free to not use your thumb if that doesn't make you comfortable. It's usually good when you're starting out, your eyes tend to be very jerky. Keep rotating them in the clockwise direction. And now when you come at the top, you can change the circle of the rotation. And if you were clockwise, now you can go anti-clockwise. Make sure your shoulders don't lift up. Make sure you're not tensing any part of your body. Great. And now squeeze your eyes and close them as hard as you can. Open them up. And now start blinking a couple of times. Quickly. Yes, I see you. Okay, great. Now we're going to put our neck out like a bird, like a peacock that put its neck out without moving your shoulders. One more time. One more time, third time. And now bring your neck back and clench your teeth, okay? And release all the tension, clench it. Nice smiles. Great. And now clench the back part of your teeth. So your molars, your wisdom teeth. Get all the stress out. Looking great. Nice smiles. And now we're gonna become lions. So we're going to inhale deeply with our mouth closed. And on an exhale, you're going to stick your tongue out all the way. And you can forcefully exhale in that moment with your mouth open, okay? And you can make a very gentle hissing sound. So inhale. Exhale. Very nice. Inhale one more time. Don't be shy. Okay, great. And now we're going to do some rotation, half rotations with our neck, gently, slowly, without raising your shoulders. You can make a half moon with your neck on both sides. Keep breathing. And come back to the center. Slowly raise your shoulders and bring them up to your ears. Bring them back down. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. And the last time, inhale. And while exhaling, make sure there's no jerks when you bring them down. It's not a fast movement. And now do some rotations with just your shoulders. Clockwise, bring them up, take them back, and bring them back down. Up, back, down. And now change the direction. So up, down, and back. Keep breathing. You can do these stretches at any time of the day. Even before sleeping, it won't wake you up so much. Now we're going to bring our palms to the shoulders and we're gonna do some elbow rotations. This is great even for frozen shoulders. This exercise is one of my favorites. Do nice and big slow circles, keep breathing. And now change the direction of the circle. And now I'm gonna have you stand up. So slowly stand up, vertebra by vertebra. And now put your hands on your waist. And we're going to do some waist rotations. Do nice and big circles. Exhaling when you go forward. Inhaling when you go up. Exhale. Inhale. Doesn't this feel so great? The hips open up, the back is nice and flexible. And now when you're in the middle, change the direction of the circle. Inhale when you come up, exhale when you go down. And now when you come down, stay there. Just let your head fall, let your shoulders drop, and try and just be in this downward Hastapadasana in Sanskrit, where you're taking your hands to your toes, and feel free to just flow like an elephant trunk. You can move your hands from side to side and feel your back open up. If you bend from your hip bone, right, and not so much from the back, you feel that you get down and a deeper stretch. So you'd get down more, become a little more flexible. And now you can even grab onto your elbows and rock from side to side. Your head is still down there. Okay, and now slowly, we're going to come up to our knees and put your palms on your knees. Try to bring your feet together, and we're going to do some knee rotations. This becomes easier for balancing when you look at a point right in a little bit on the floor in front of you. So if you focus on a point on the floor that's not too far, it's way easier to balance. Looks easy, but it can be hard for some people. If you have very chronic knee problems, please be mindful. Okay, now change the directions. For any pose where you feel that it's stretching your limits, please don't go beyond your limits. Yoga is not supposed to be painful. It's supposed to be comfortable, mindful. It's supposed to connect your body to every breath, okay? So now we're going to come all the way up slowly. And we're going to get really stable on the left foot. Again, if you focus on a point on the ground that doesn't move, it will be much easier to maintain your balance. So now start rotating your ankles. And now the other side of the circle. So change the direction of the rotation. And now come back to the center. Get really grounded on the right foot. Bring your left foot out and start rotating your ankles. So these warm-ups are super easy to remember. You're basically working every joint, major joint and gland of your body. Change the direction of the circle. So we started with our face, and then we moved on to our neck, shoulders, waist, knees, and now we're at the ankles. Okay, come back to the center. And now we're gonna try another balancing pose. Balance is what yoga is all about, right? Not just the physical posture, asana balance, but just balance between mind, body, emotions, and your spirit. So before we do an asana, we're just gonna let loose and just shake everything off. Shake off all the tension, all the worries, all the stress. Just shake it off. Shake the entire part of your body. Shake, 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 shake. Yeah, keep shaking. Okay, relax, take a deep breath. Exhale, and you can say, as if you were just letting go all the worries. Another time, inhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Okay, hopefully that cooled you down a little bit, calmed your heart rate, because right now we're going to be doing a balancing pose. It's called the Dhruv asana, and or even the tree pose, Vrikshasana. It's very commonly done in yoga studios. There are a couple of variations if you're new to this, if you're new to balancing and yoga. I will share that you can just bring your leg up to the side of your shins, okay? So you can have it as low as by your ankles. Make sure they're not on the knee, because that's very bad for the knee. It's a lot of pressure for your knee. So if you can, and if you can't do this by itself, take some support, it's fine. Just don't fall. That's not the purpose of goal of yoga. So now, if you can bring it all the way up by the groin, okay? And focus on one point on the ground. And you can put your, if your right foot is up, the foot that is up, you can put the right hand and press it down a little bit and feel the stretch, okay? And now, with this pose, you're going to bring your hands together in Namaste, or it's called the Anjali Mudra in Sanskrit. Mudras are specific postures. I know it's getting tough for you. If you feel like falling, you can go down. And if you feel like continuing, go up all the way and join your hands together. And just stay there. It's not as easy as it looks again. And a lot of great sages and yogis, they have used this position for austere meditations to please the universe. And so this can also be a meditative posture. With their eyes closed, it's even harder to do this pose with the eyes closed. You can try it at home, but be safe. And now put your hand on the right ankle, sorry, on the right thigh, and you can slowly bring your right foot down if you're still with me. If not, no worries. We're gonna do the other side to balance things out. So with your left foot, it can be on the shin, it can be on the thigh, or it can be on your upper thigh, okay? So now press the left foot down with your hand, keep pressing onto it. Keep breathing, most importantly. You can bring your hands in a Namaste Danjali Mudra. And now you can bring them up. Feel tall like a tree. Trees are awesome. Okay. Now bring your hands down on the left thigh and you can put your left foot down. I hope you're still with me and haven't fallen down. This tree needs to be strong. So now this is why PJs are amazing, because this next pose we're going to be doing, it's called Bhadrasana, or the throne pose. In this one, you're kind of joining the soles of your feet together, and you're trying to bring them in towards you as close as you can. Okay? You can clasp your fingers for your hands, and you can hold your toes with the hands. Okay? So for this one, we're going to start moving our hamstrings and our hip joints so that we can open up our body and prepare for meditation, which is why the yoga asanas were invented, based on natural animals, birds, kinds of postures that the dogs would do, or the lotus flower would do, or the way lotus flower looked, just so that the yogis, we're not yogis, by the way. I'm not a yogi. I don't know about you. I have a lot to learn before I can call myself that. So the yogis, they did these poses so that they could become very flexible and the body wouldn't be a hindrance for more mindful practices like meditation, which was the goal to reach the ultimate union between the body, mind, and soul. So keep fluttering your feet, you little butterflies, looking great. All right. You can even close your eyes. And if you're not flexible enough to bring it all the way towards you, I should have said this before, you can even keep your feet away from you and just do as much as you can. You can even press down a little against your knees. Okay? So this is the throne pose, and it can be a very meditative pose too. A lot of yogis use this pose for meditation. So now that we are a little opened up, we're going to add on some tender love and care. So we're going to do an auto massage. It's amazing for working every single part of your body. So we're going to start with our eyes. You can make a fist, or you can use the tips of your fingers. And you can start around the eyebrows. Gently massage your forehead. Keep breathing here. Massage around your eyes. The body loves this touch, and especially if it's from you yourself, it's even better. Now you can massage around the nose, the cheeks, the jawline, around the ears. And now massage your head gently. Lots of stimulation for the brain. Get the blood pumping in your head. The back of your neck, massage it. Release all the tension. Believe in your healing touch and the ability of your body to heal itself. Any pain, any stress, any tension from your shoulders, massage your shoulders. That's where we guard a lot of tension. And now massage your neck. Massage your arms, starting with the right arm, elbow, wrist, fingers, palms. Massage your left arm. And now we can make a fist and tap your back slowly. Massage your back, your lower back. Your abdomen and chest. Massage every single part. Your hips. That's the best part. You massage and just tap. And now, your thighs. Starting with the right thigh or your left, whichever. And now massage around your knees, shins, and calf muscle. Massage your right ankle, toes, and the foot. If you're on a chair, you can still massage yourself, no worries. And now let's go on to the left hip and thigh, knee, shin, calf. Ankle, toes, the foot, heel. Great. And now we're going to stay in this position. That was a good massage. I feel cooled down, relaxed, was good. So now we are going to do one pranayama or a respiratory technique. It's called Brahmari. It's very fun. And it's great for calming the mind. You really feel the vibration in your head because we're going to chant like a bee. Okay, we're gonna say the sound buzz like a bee. And it's called Brahmari because it means bumblebee in Sanskrit. So in this one, we're going to do a mudra or a posture, gesture with the hand. Okay, it's Shanmukhi mudra, that's the name of it in Sanskrit, where basically we're trying to cover our 5 senses with our fingers. I know we don't usually withdraw our senses in our day-to-day life. We're constantly bombarded by external information and stimuli. So we're going to do it as the following. Just listen to my explanation and then we will do it together. Okay? So what you do is you're trying to cover your eyes with your fingers, okay? So that your middle finger is actually at the corner of both your eyes. You can put your index finger right by the eyebrow. You can put your little finger by the nose and the mouth if that's comfortable for you. That way we're at least covering the face senses in our face. And then the thumbs we're going to use to gently cover the little bone that comes out of the ear to cover the ears, okay? So this was the Shanmukhi mudra. We're going to do the mudra, not yet. I will let you know. You inhale, and on an exhalation, you make a sound. Okay, so that's as much as you can. You can elongate it. Elongate the sound as much as you can. Feel the vibration, calm your mind down, and it's a great preparation for meditation as well, which we're gonna be doing. So from now on, I suggest you keep your eyes closed, do the Shanmukhi mudra like I showed you. Cover your ears, your eyes, your nose, and your mouth gently with your fingers. Take a deep breath in, and we're going to do this 3 times, okay? 3 times. For those who are still listening, So do it on your own. Take a deep breath in. One more time. If you're done, please keep your eyes closed. We're going to do this one last time. Stay there with the vibrations, all the changes that this pranayama generated in your body. Feel the massage in your mind, your head and brain that Brahma generated. Keep your eyes closed. Your shoulders are relaxed. Your palms by your knees. Your back is erect, yet flexible. Your entire body is completely relaxed. Remove tension, pain. With the next exhalation, let it all go from every single part of your body, starting with your head, forehead. Relax your eyebrows, eyes, nose, cheeks, ears. Relax your lips, mouth, teeth, tongue. Keep your eyes closed. Just relax your neck, shoulders. Your entire spinal column is relaxed. Relax your chest, your throat, neck, the entire thoracic cavity where you have the rib cage. Relax your heart, lungs, your stomach. Relax all your digestive organs. Relax the colon, the belly button. Relax your reproductive organs, the tailbone, your glutes, hips, waist. Your entire upper body is relaxed. Relax your shoulders, the right hand, right elbow, right wrist, left hand, left wrist, left elbow. Relax all your fingers. Relax your thighs, your excretory organs. Your knees are relaxed. Relax your shins, your calf muscles, your ankles are relaxed. Relax both your feet, the toes, the heels. Now slowly scan your whole body from your toes to your head and relax every single part of your body that needs relaxing. And now scan your body from the head to the toes and relax every single part of your body. Let all the tension, all the stress, all the anxiety, all the worries go with the next exhalation. Feel the part of your body that is tense, that hurts. And now inhale, and with the next exhalation, imagine it slowly disappearing. Imagine the pain leaving your body. Just completely relax. Keep breathing fully. Focus on how the air enters your nostrils. Focus on how it touches the nostrils, gets heated, and passes all the way from your neck to your lungs, all the way down to your belly button. This is the kind of diaphragmatic deep breathing, inhaling until all the air touches your belly button, exhaling it out from the belly button, and feeling it cool down the nostrils, passing through the lungs, throat, from the nose. Keep focusing on your breath. Your eyes remain closed. You can gaze in the center of your eyebrow, but your focus is on the breath. Keep inhaling deeply and exhaling deeply like a baby. You're completely relaxed. And now, while you're breathing, if you have thoughts, if you have any distractions, accept the thoughts, accept the distractions. Don't get carried away. Don't judge them. And slowly bring your awareness back to your breath. If you feel comfortable with the next inhalation, you can imagine a sound called so. You're not supposed to say it out loud. Just repeat it in your head because that's a sound that resembles an inhalation. In Sanskrit, it means I. And on an exhalation, imagine the sound hum. It means I am that. So inhale, hum, exhale. So you can use this mantra as an anchor to bring awareness to your breath at all times during your meditation. Keep breathing. Keep your eyes closed. Focus on your mantra or on your breath. Keep bringing your awareness to your breath at all times. Connect yourself with your innermost soul, the real you that is always loving and guiding you. It's full of light, energy, positivity. You're never alone. There's always this loving inner presence that guides you, that connects you to everything around you with the universal energy. We're all part of that universal energy. So, hum. Enjoy the silence because it gives answers to all your questions. Allow your mind, body, emotions to be silent. Just keep focusing on your breath, your guiding mantra. If you feel discomfort in your body, breathe in. With the next exhalation, let it go. Keep gazing in the center of your forehead with your eyes closed. Enjoy this calmness and relaxation. Keep reminding yourself that when you do something repeatedly, it becomes a habit. And your mind, once it forms a habit, it keeps going back to its habitual state. If your habit is to keep relaxing your mind, it will keep going back to its relaxed and calm state. Keep your eyes closed and set an intention that every time that you need it most, you will take out 2 to 3 minutes of your day and settle down, relax, go back to your original calm state. Connect with yourself and your breath. Let all the tensions and worries go. With that intention, we're going to keep our eyes closed still. Join our palms to the heart. And we're going to thank the universe. Whatever it is that you believe in, can be your family, your friends, the prosperity and material abundance in your life. Be thankful that you woke up today, because many people did not. Be thankful that you're giving yourself this time to connect with yourself. And forgive everything or everyone who has harmed you. Just forgive them and ask for forgiveness from anybody that you've done wrong. In the end, just accept everything just the way it is. And now, just float your palms together. Generate some heat. And then feel the heat by your eyes. Bring the palms to your eyes and just give this healing warmth to your eyes, your face. And now slowly blinking, you can open your eyes, look at your palms. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this session. Hope that relaxed you too. Sorry. I usually do private sessions because I think that just like Ayurveda, yoga is also a very customized science of life, and different people can benefit differently from the different elements of yoga that and all the vast science that it has to offer, starting from the philosophy of yoga to just theoretical concepts like the yamas, niyamas. I can talk more on that in the next 30 minutes that I have for office hours. So if you would like to stay back and ask any questions, I'm here in the next 30 minutes. I'll be around, or even 15 minutes, whatever it might be. So I'll see you soon. The next session after the office hours Q&A session with me is going to begin. We're going to be back at 2 in the afternoon, US time. So we really hope to see you. There's going to be a whole another session of really fun meditations and practices, interviews, and so on. So with that being said, I really hope to see you again in a couple of hours, maybe an hour and a half, I believe. And stay safe in the meantime. Get your little snack or something and rest up and stretch around. Thank you so much. I'll be here for anybody who wants to ask questions.
I do want to ask a question. I was thinking, I love this practice, and I was thinking, oh my goodness, I'm falling asleep. So I'm thinking this would be a wonderful practice to do just before you go to sleep, or when you're going to get ready to unwind. And I was thinking, to wind down, I was thinking, would you not think that this would be a wonderful practice to do just before you go to bed?
Absolutely. Is this Gloria? I don't have access to the screen.
Yes,
Admin team. I heard your voice. I can't see you guys. The admin team, if I can get a screen so I can see who is sharing the questions, that would be great. Thank you. Gloria, great question. Thank you for joining the session. And yes, it's PJ Yoga. So it's all of what we did is actually intended to relax your mind and your body. So this is a great practice. Everything that we did right before you go to bed, or anytime you just want to relax, not just sleep, not just fall asleep. It's important in a meditation to. Mm-hmm. Sorry, go ahead.
I say it puts you to sleep. I was like so utterly relaxed. I love the way you did it and how you helped us to focus on those two words and to use our breathing and just to keep breathing in and out. It was wonderful. So I felt it was
Thank
just
you.
perfect. Hey,
Yeah, ideally, you're not supposed to fall asleep though in a meditation. Otherwise, that's called sleeping. It ceases to be
I
a
was feeling
meditation.
very happy.
Well, I hope you didn't actually fall asleep. That's why we use the
No,
mantra
I
so
didn't.
that you,
But I felt
great,
really relaxed that I could.
great, great. That's the point of it. Thank you for sharing, Gloria.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Well, I guess I could ask you this question. What helps you to stay fixed on doing this on a daily basis? Because we always have our distractions or things that come up all of a sudden. It's like, oh my goodness, I didn't get it in. So I was thinking there has to be a way where you can be, more grounded in making sure that you do this practice on a daily basis, because it really does bless you significantly.
Absolutely. So, if I understand your question correctly, how do you incorporate this into your daily life? Is that right?
Well, I know that you can do it on a daily basis, but how can you keep it from keep it keep that focus that you are in that you are doing it daily? There's so many distractions, so many things that come up that can break that momentum that you have going. You know what I'm saying? You can be really doing this practice maybe for a couple of months and do it beautifully. Then all of a sudden, work gets crazy or something gets crazy. So it's really hard sometimes to fight to get it back.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm still figuring that out myself. So uh, I'll share a little bit that I can based on personal experience. I think it's a $1,000,000 question. How do you meditate? How do you live in a meditative way, right? And I think that it's very hard, especially if we are householders. We have a lot of responsibilities, families, and whatnot. It's probably maybe easier if you're out in the forest, if you're a yogi. But I think that just by doing these practices, we are trying to form habits in our mind, right? So the more we do them, the more the mind goes back. So let's take an analogy. If you think about a default mechanism, a default for anything, right? So let's say screensaver example of on a computer. So if the computer is idle, you're not working on it, it goes to a screen saving mode, right? It's conserving its energy and it's keeping your battery from being drained. So as long as the computer is running, it's doing its thing, it's working perfectly fine, but then it needs to rest. So that's the way I like to see it. If you have a screen saving mechanism, because we're humans, we're probably the best technology out there. So if we turn on the screensavers, and for me that screensaver is just closing my eyes and you'll start seeing the colors and whatnot, right? So the more you start turning the screensaver on, the more your brain knows, okay, that's my default mechanism. By default, I have to start my screensaver mode. So the more we start screen saving, the more we start saving our battery, the more we start calming ourselves down. And then maybe if we are in the middle of a tough situation, many challenges, your mind is like, okay, I have my default to fall back on. And then if the screensaver becomes a wallpaper, that's going to be on all the time, regardless of whether or not you're using the computer in a sleep mode or in an awake mode. So in the awake mode, you're falling back on the wallpaper, which is nice and calm all the time because it became a habit for you. And so make sure you choose your screensaver and wallpaper wisely. You don't want your screensaver to be all over the place and just angry and running around all the time. Same for your wallpaper. It depends. If you like If you like just running around all over the place, so be it, as long as it doesn't affect you, but don't let it affect you. That's what I would say.
Great answer. I appreciate it. And I was just thinking as you were speaking as well, I was thinking, you know, sometimes I think that I'm a person that likes to do it all. I want to be able to do every aspect of doing the yoga. And then I guess I have to realize that it's not possible all the time, that maybe it is okay to just do a part of it or a portion of it, but just get some of it done. That way you end up at least having that blessing that you connected with your spirit, with your body, and honored it. So
Absolutely.
I think that's something that I have to ingrain in my heart and my mind, that it's okay if I don't do it all. Yes, there's a way that I'd like to get it all done, and there's a practice that I adore, but it's like, okay, I can't do it all. I don't have that much time. So I liked what you did. That kind of made it very, you're still bringing that awareness to your body. You're still honoring it. You're still doing some of that, but I'm not having to feel like I have to do, which I do enjoy doing, the Surya Namaskar, doing the flow, the yoga. So there's times when there's no way I can even sneak in one.
Of course, yeah, you're totally right, Gloria. I think that a daily practice of any one of the elements that we did, and if that element is meditation, that's all. You know, if you are getting enough physical work during your day, you know, you don't need a lot of asanas, as long as you're stretching around and you make sure your body is not very rigid. Because like I mentioned in the class, the asanas exist for the meditation and not the other way around. So if your body is flexible enough and you can sit down for, if you're a yogi, then hours. For us normal lay people, you know, even if it's if you're starting out, and if you can only do 2 minutes, 3 minutes, but those 2 minutes are super focused and you're with your mantra as much as you are doing it as for the duration you're doing it for, then that's solid practice, really. 2 to 3 minutes a day. And then if you multiply that through multiple times a day, you can do that in your breaks. Every time you maybe drink water, close your eyes, and I hope you're drinking enough water. So, you know, those small habits are the ones that are going to really make a big impact. They're going to be the default wallpaper and screensaver for your practice. So that daily 2 minutes is important. For me, I'll share my personal experience because I'm fully dedicated to this discipline now, lately, at least. I can say that I have been finding the morning time that suits very well for me, and I can take some time out of my mornings and do at least some stretches. It's harder if you're traveling, if you have kids and stuff. I totally get it. And after the stretches, you can do a bit of, you know, maybe 1 or 2 asanas. I can't do possibly all the asanas that are out there. So maybe I have a standing asana day, I have a sitting asana day, I have a lying down on your back asana day, or lying down on your chest asana day, right? And maybe like 4 to 5 solid asanas. And then you can do a brief relaxation. If not, you can move on straight to the breathing techniques or pranayams, maybe 5 minutes, and then another meditation for 10 minutes if you have the time, 15, 20. I mean, the sky is the limit, right? So you can really get a very solid practice in just as low as 30 minutes. Now, this is solid. If you're super bent on time, then just small meditations throughout the day shouldn't be so hard to take out 2 minutes,
No,
I think.
no, never.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Any more questions or comments?
Hi, Zeal. I'm a friend of Dur's. Actually, I haven't seen her in a really, really long time, but she got me to join in, and I had no expectations, but I just found it so amazing and so interesting that I don't know where the time has gone by. So thank you so much.
Oh, that means so much to me. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
for joining in, and it's a pleasure. I've actually seen you very engaged, and I
Yes.
was I wasn't sure who you were, so thank you for introducing yourself, and
Um,
thank you for being so attentive and
it's
participating.
really so informative for me. I just started doing yoga in fact, with a person from India, and we do it on Zoom. And so I just turned 50, and I find it very therapeutic. And my sister was the one who suggested, and I've done different forms of exercise, and I play tennis and things like that. But the yoga is so amazing for me. It's helped me a lot with stretching and stuff like that. My one question to you about that is, so for somebody who's going into like a menopausal stage in life and everything, the benefits of yoga, if you could, get just to enlighten me a little bit, because, and then is it really, my question being, should I incorporate diet as well? Is that should be very important, because, again, there's so much out there, and I can't say I'm the best with my diet. I could, because I have a very bad sweet tooth, and so I waver, and like listening to you was amazing, because I'm like, I need to get back on track. But uh, just to get some information as far as what your
Mm-hmm.
thoughts are on.
Sure, sure, sure. Yeah, I mean, there's just so much we covered, so it's easy to get lost in the sea of information. But very good and relevant question about menopausal symptoms and phase. In terms of this conference, I can only say that it is holistic. So addressing your question about, yes, diet, of course, you have to make sure that your balance. A sweet here and there, I mean, it's fine. If you're not diabetic, you can totally do everything in moderation, right? As they say, even if you do a drop of poison, and if it's not so poisonous, you're probably fine. So I think that without being too hard on yourself, it's never good to I do it, we all do it. We're our biggest critics and judges for our own habits and for our own self, and it's good in a way to a certain degree, right? It helps us improve and stuff, but I wouldn't beat myself up either over the sweet tooth, or a little bit of whatever sweet that you like. I mean, that's fine. As for the other physical symptoms that you might be going through, I'm not sure about your particular case. However, if you're experiencing a lot of maybe mental anxiety, because I've heard that can be a symptom. You can have racy thoughts. You can have all kinds of physical flushes and what have you. You can do that. Meditation is for everyone. So without getting into the nitty gritty of what kind of asanas you should be doing, because I think that's a conversation for something more private and personal. I would like to know more about your story. However, what I can say just right off the bat is, yes, a well-balanced diet. Our speakers have already talked a lot on that. You're a friend of Dr. Durya, so you're all into that, I'm sure. Diet plays a big role. So that takes care of a lot of your physical issues right off the bat. If you do some kind of meditation, it can be anything, any kind of meditation that you're into. I'm sure it can kind of balance out your mental energies and get you in sync with the body more, so that you can really connect with the body. And the meditation eventually helps you get so self-aware that you start noticing very small and subtle changes in your body. So you yourself can be the best judge and be like, okay, you know what, I noticed from being more aware through my meditations that I get hot flushes at night. So maybe I need to take a cold shower before going to bed, if it's something that you can do. This is just a very random example, but things like that. And even for me, meditation, what it has done is made me self-aware about the kinds of things I eat. So I used to eat non-vegetarian food. Occasionally, I wasn't big into it anyway. And then as I progressed in my practice with kriyas and pranayams and asanas and everything, just yoga in general, meditation has made me self-aware to the extent that just from within, I don't prefer or I don't even crave meat anymore. So I think those are the kind of subtle changes that when you kind of take them to an exponential level, they provide a big impact.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing. Any other comments or questions? Anything? I'm here to, I'm all yours. Don't be shy, or else I'll start talking. I'm like a parrot when I get the mic. So if you don't want to hear more of me, make yourself heard. Hello, Liz. We can see you, but we can't hear you. Sorry, I can't hear you, Liz. Do you mind putting it on the chat, maybe, your question?
Here you can listen to me?
Yes, that's perfect.
Yes, okay. Do you have any website or some place where we can watch more of your lessons?
Yeah, I do have a website. It's actually, I don't know if you registered through that website, but it's called zealdesai.com, and my admin can probably type it up for you in the chat box. That's where I also write about yoga and stuff. So all kinds, when I say stuff, I mean everything. Mostly yoga, because I feel like yoga really is all pervasive, and you can really talk about anything in a yogic context, because to me it's a way of life. And that's where you can read. You can also, I do some videos. I'm just getting started, so you wouldn't see a whole lot out there. I do have, it's pretty functional. It's up and running, so you can definitely take a look over there. And if you're interested in individualized sessions, you can also make an appointment through my website. And I work on a donation basis. I don't have a particular sum or amount that I charge, because I want this to be accessible information for anybody that's out there. So I hope that I just wish to benefit as many people as I can.
Okay, thank you a lot, and we will be waiting for the address.
Thank you so much, Liz. And don't leave, come back in maybe an hour and a half, because we have some really cool stuff coming up. If you're in India, I understand you have to go to sleep, but we'll forward you the recordings. So it means a lot to us that you're here.
I will be back. Thank you.
Great. Thank you. Any other questions? Comments? Okay. If there is nothing, then the parrot can commence.
I have a question, Zeal. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you. Hello, Priyanka.
Hello. So this was a really good session. Thank you. And I think one question I had is like, there's debate on how many days you have to like keep doing, your morning yoga, whatever your practice is, to actually become a habit. And my biggest struggle is that I've not formed like this, continuous habit. So I'll do it for a month or two, and then, life gets busy, and then I drop it off. And then again, I start it, but I really want to continue it. So is there like a 21-day or 30-day thing where I can give myself that goal?
Yeah, I don't know if there's a specific magic number that you can maybe do something for 21 days. That's a number that gets thrown around a lot for some reason. It says, they say research has probably showed that anything that you do continuously for 21 days then eventually becomes a habit. But one of the speakers shared in a talk that when you do a holistic practice or any kind of practice that gets your endorphins up and running, and if you keep a sustained practice, then you feel incomplete if you miss it, right? And again, that's a gray area because yoga is about non-attachment. That's a big principle in yoga. So it's called aparigraha, where you're not attached to any material thing or any idea, even thought, very deep. So again, you know, without it being a crutch, that it is a tool, of course, don't get me wrong. It is a tool for overall well-being. However, without getting addicted to it, right? For me, I think I'm on the verge of addiction. But to go back to your question, I think that as long as you keep doing it, they say 21 days or 30 days, as long as you just keep doing it, even if it means 2 minutes a day, I mean, that's not too hard, right? So that's the kind of idea that I want to convey through this, that even if you do it for as low as 2 to 3 minutes, 5 minutes, depending on the time you have available, or every time you can even drink water, associate your meditation with it, or associate a few deep breaths with it. And even that can be a simple 2-minute practice, a simple 2-minute meditation. You can condense the one that we did in 2 minutes, really, if you're just focusing. So as long as you keep that going, you know, and if you tell yourself, I'm going to do this every single day, no matter what, I think the mind is very powerful. So just make that determination, and then you won't be able to live without it. It's like water, drinking water.
Yeah, and I felt that the more I do it, it feels incomplete. That, you know, I'm willing to give up on other things. Like I'll skip my breakfast and have it half an hour later, but I want to make time for the yoga, even if I was running late. So there is a compulsion that starts to develop, which is a good compulsion. So thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. Anybody else? So let me ask you a question for all of you who are still here with us and who would like to share. What is the one key takeaway or a practice that you're going to take away from any of the sessions, if you've been here for the last sessions or if you're here with me for this session? What is something that you will take away and do it every single day, even if it means only 2 minutes? And it can be anything.
For me, it's the smoothie.
Love it.
The smoothie. My niece tells me a lot about that. She has a celery smoothie every morning, and how beneficial it has been to her. And so different leaves as well. And so I think I need to start that and give up the morning tea and replace that with the smoothie. So I definitely want to do that.
I love that. Yeah, replacing a compulsion that is not so good for you with something that is actually good for you. I think that's a great strategy, and that goes back to Priyanka's question too. If you start replacing a habit that's probably not so good for you with a habit that's actually good for you, you just replace it, right? And I think that makes it easier to a certain degree. Yeah. Anybody else? What would you take away from this? Come on, don't be shy. No one's judging. Does anybody here Hindi, Gujarati? What do you guys prefer? Spanish, Español? ¿Quieren compartir en otro idioma? गुजरातीમાં शेयर करવું છે કોઈને? हिंदी में कुछ शेयर करना है? क्या लेके जाएंगे आप ये सेशन के बाद?
Perfecto. Ahí lo tenemos en las fletas, aquí abajito de donde... Te felicitamos, sí.
Muchísimas gracias, tía Rebeca. ¿Qué tal?
Muy bonita la clase, Zeal.
Gracias, espero que la hagan en su día a día y una práctica que quieras llevar, tía. De
Muy
lo que
relajante,
vimos.
gracias.
Gracias, gracias. ¿Algo harías de la sesión que apenas vimos?
I am gonna try and I am gonna try to do the end for relaxing, the meditation, because we need it. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, I agree with you.
Thank you, Zeal. My mom
Thank
said
you so much.
thank you and say hi and congratulations, Zeal.
Thank you, Mama Lupita. It's so nice to have you.
No solamente, y más fíjate que a las personas mayores estamos viendo cuadros muy atípicos.
Excelente, tía, gracias. Otra vez.
De que estén en casa y haya una caída o haya una...
All right. Anybody else who would like to share? Oh, somebody's raising a hand. Okay. Okay, Rashna, can you please unmute yourself?
Yes, I did unmute, you know.
Now
you
we
can
hear
hear
you.
me.
Yes, yes, we do.
The whole session was very, very nice, Zeal, and I was very impressed. And you know, the tip which I am taking with me is every day at 9 o'clock in the morning, I think so that we will do the yoga together.
God willing, yeah, absolutely.
So what do you think about that?
Yeah, only because you're my mom. That time is sacred for me, so I'll make one exception. We can negotiate offline.
Sure.
Sounds good. Sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan. See, I think it goes beyond that, right? We are often dependent on other people. We are often going to classes to do yoga. We are just, needing that discipline externally to do something
Exactly.
like yoga, something like an exercise, or even if it's, someone telling you eat healthy, right? Although we ourselves know these things. So what does yoga do? I know it's hard initially. It's perfectly fine. You start out going to classes, you learn, and you learn some more, you get deeper into the practice. And then there comes a time, like it does for a lot of people who get deeper into it, where you start doing it on your own. And that's what yoga says, that it's supposed to be about self-sufficiency. So as long as you do these practices for yourself without other people guiding you or telling you, and that's the goal for my practice that I want to share with people. I want to let people know that there are ways you can do it on your own and not having to rely on somebody else, right? And from the class that we just did together right now, what I can tell you is the way I structured it is so that you can do it on your own. So you can do the warm-ups to begin your day. I even mentioned it a couple of times where you're working all the facial body parts, then you're working your neck, you're working your shoulders, your waist, your hips. Sorry, not your hips, but yeah, they're kind of included in your waist anyway. Your knees and your ankles. So basically you're moving every single body part. And sometimes when I don't have the time to do other practices, I just do that and I go straight to meditation. So that's one way of planning your day for starting on the right foot. The second way is to do it all that way. You do the warm-ups, you do maybe a couple of asanas that are super easy. We're not here to be super acrobatic because a circus clown can do any kind of gymnast positions out there. So don't worry about doing a headstand quite yet. The time is not now if you're just starting. If you're super flexible, go for it. So just do some simple stretching, simple asanas that can work your whole body out. And then you do a little massage if you feel like it. If not, skip it. And then do a pranayama. Don't skip that. That's super important. There are a couple of pranayams, and we don't have time to go through a lot of them in this session. But if you look deeper into it, if you get a teacher to explain you the other kinds of pranayams, they're wonderful to breathe properly, to really free your nostrils and your lungs from all the residual air and everything that builds up, right? So this is a complete science, a complete technology that works on purifying every single part of your body, mind, spirit, and emotions. I've yet to come across another discipline that is so complete, and that's why I'm a big fan. And then you end your practice with a meditation. So can you repeat, Rashna? Maybe you do it by yourself tomorrow at 9 in the morning without relying on me. What did you remember from the sessions? All right. Anybody else? Who would like to share something? Okay. If there's
Your
no more
whole
questions.
practice was no question, just a comment. The whole practice was wonderful, and it's certainly something that I think I can do what you did. I feel that that's short enough, not so long, not so
Well,
long.
Well, that's wonderful. That I think my goal is achieved here with your comment. You know, if even
the massage, that was something I wasn't doing. That was something I didn't know about. That massage was wonderful.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you again, it's all about self-sufficiency. Although I love getting massages in outside, right? To go to spas and stuff. Who doesn't like all that? But again, if you do it on yourself, you don't have to rely on anybody else. So be self-sufficient. Keep up your practice. Do your daily regimen without skipping a beat, even if it's only 2 minutes. Keep doing it. Okay. And hope to see you in an hour and 30 minutes. We're going to be back up with an amazing lineup. So nos vemos en una hora y media. Y cuídense, have your lunch, get some more stretching if you're tired, drink lots of water, and see you in a bit. Thank you.
Namaste. Thank you. It was wonderful,
Namaste.
Zeal.
Namaste. Thank you so much, Gloria.